Identity theft has become one of those things you don't really think about until it happens to you, and by then, it's too late. With so much of our personal info floating around online, it's not hard to see why services like Norton LifeLock exist. They market themselves as your shield against identity theft, promising to alert you when something suspicious is happening and even help you recover if the worst does occur. The big question is whether LifeLock, especially now under the Norton umbrella, actually lives up to those promises, or if it's just another subscription service selling peace of mind. And if at any point you guys are interested in trying Norton LifeLock for yourselves, then you can use the link in the description to get the best available deals for Norton LifeLock, so don't forget to check those out if you are interested. So what do you actually get with LifeLock? The heart of the service is monitoring. LifeLock scans for your social security number, driver's license, addresses, phone numbers, emails, and even things like your mother's maiden name showing up in places they shouldn't, like the dark web. It also keeps an eye on your credit reports, so if someone tries to open a new account in your name, you'll get an alert. On top of that, it can monitor bank account activity, payday loans, and even address changes that might signal someone is trying to reroute your mail. In theory, these alerts let you step in before things spiral into a nightmare of stolen accounts and fraudulent debt. The other big piece is the insurance. Depending on your plan, LifeLock offers up to $1 million in coverage for lawyers and experts to help restore your identity, plus reimbursement for stolen funds. That sounds like a huge number, and it is, but it's worth noting that the actual payout depends on what's lost and under what circumstances. Still, having that financial backing is a major selling point, especially when you consider how expensive and exhausting it can be to deal with identity theft on your own. But features are one thing. The real question is how it actually feels to use LifeLock. This is where things get a bit mixed. On the usability side, the app and dashboard are straightforward. You can log in, see what's being monitored, and check for alerts without much hassle. The alerts themselves usually come through as emails, texts, or push notifications, depending on how you set it up. In practice, they tend to lean on the cautious side, which means you'll probably get more alerts than you think you need. Sometimes that's reassuring, but sometimes it can feel like noise. For example, being notified every time there's a soft credit pull might feel excessive to some people. On the other hand, if you're the kind of person who wants to know the second anything happens with your information, this is a feature and not a bug. One nice touch is how well LifeLock integrates with Norton's other tools. If you're already using Norton 360 for antivirus or VPN services, LifeLock slots right in and feels like part of a larger protection suite. That can make it easier to justify the subscription because you're still not paying for just identity monitoring, you're paying for a more complete security package. Still, if all you want is identity protection, that bundling may feel a bit overkill. Pricing with LifeLock comes down to choosing the right tier for your needs. There are 3 options: Standard, Advantage, and Ultimate Plus. Each step up adds more monitoring and higher reimbursement limits. The Standard plan is the entry-level choice with the basics covered. Advantage expands on that with features like bank account alerts and broader credit monitoring. Ultimate Plus is the most comprehensive package, offering triple bureau credit monitoring, investment account alerts, and the highest available insurance coverage. There are also limitations and criticisms that can't be ignored. First and most obvious, LifeLock does not prevent identity theft. No service really can. All it can do is alert you after the fact. That's not unique to LifeLock, it's the reality of this industry, but the way it's been marketed in the past has led some people to believe it's a preventative measure, which it's not. Another criticism is that some of the most valuable features like 3 bureau credit monitoring are locked behind the more expensive plans. That can leave the lower tier options feeling a bit bare bones. Customer service is another mixed bag. Some people have reported good experiences with the recovery specialists, while others say the support feels slow and scripted. This is one of those areas that only really matters if something goes wrong, and when it does, you want the service you're paying for to step up. The problem is you won't know if it's good until you're in crisis mode, which is not the time that you want to find out your support is lacking. Now, with all that said, LifeLock still has a lot going for it. It's one of the most well-known identity theft protection services, and the Norton branding adds a layer of credibility for people who already trust Norton for their cybersecurity. The monitoring is extensive, the alerts are fast, and the insurance coverage provides peace of mind. But you also have to be realistic about what it is and what it isn't. It won't stop your data from being exposed in a breach, and it won't magically make you invisible online. What it will do is help you catch suspicious activity sooner and provide resources to help clean up the mess if it happens. So does Norton LifeLock actually work? The answer depends on what you expect. If you expect it to stop identity theft in its tracks, you'll be disappointed. But if you see it as an early warning system combined with a safety net of insurance and recovery services, then yes, it does what it says. For someone who doesn't want to constantly monitor their credit or dig around the dark web to see if their information is floating out there, LifeLock takes that burden off your plate. And that just about wraps up today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any further questions for me, don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. And also, don't forget about that LifeLock deal in the description if you do want to go with Norton LifeLock. And also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below as well. At any rate though, guys, thank you so much for watching as always, and until next time, make sure to take care.